You're probably wondering what this counter is. Well, it's a countdown to when Skibidi Toilet will be returned to its rightful owner. Today is a historic moment. 57 of the biggest YouTubers on Skibidi Toilet have come together and sent an official letter to Invis with their terms. They all demand one thing: to return full control of his project to Dafooq Boom, and the time for a decision will be up to 2 weeks. The letter clearly articulates the problem. Dafooq has lost creative control, which has been transferred to a corporate structure. This has led to reputational risks, a loss of audience trust, and undermined monetization. The demands are specific. First, restore Dafooq's creative freedom. Second, ensure the creator's independence from corporate pressure. Third, invisible narratives must completely withdraw from management and transfer rights to Dafooq. The ultimatum is harsh. If there is no concrete response within 14 days, the community will begin an organized exit and create an independent project. 57 channels with tens of millions of subscribers have joined forces. This is unprecedented, and today we will have perhaps one of the most important and ambitious episodes in the channel's history. This is because the situation surrounding Skibidi Toilet is developing at an incredible speed, and literally every day brings something new. Leaks, statements, new details of the conflict, insider information that turns everything upside down. But before we begin, I want to warn you right away. There will be a lot of information today. Recently, insider information appeared from a person very close to Invis, not a casual viewer, a person who knows how this company actually works from the inside and how money circulates there. And what he said is simply mind-blowing. It turns out that the company's investors are in a panic, views are falling, products are not selling, and without Dafooq, they have no future at all. But I'll talk more about that later in this video. For now, keep this information in mind. It explains absolutely everything that is happening right now. Over the past few weeks, we have witnessed a real drama, at the center of which was Dafooq Boom, a man who single-handedly created a phenomenon that has garnered billions of views around the world. Today, we will take a detailed look at how the events in the series reflect Dafooq Boom's real life, why the conflict with Invis flared up, and how viewers around the world are fighting for justice. The video will be as rich and informative as possible, only facts, analysis, and insights. Therefore, I ask you to support the video with a like and subscribe to the channel, because such materials require a huge amount of time to prepare. Well, let's begin. Do you know what is actually the most amazing, striking, and almost mystical thing about this whole confusing story? The plot of Skibidi Toilet begins to literally mirror and repeat in detail the real life of Dafooq himself, his personal experiences, problems, and struggle for justice. These are no longer just random coincidences. It is a whole thought-out system of parallels and symbols. In the series, it all began with the dramatic moment when the Alliance bravely fought against the numerous armies of ordinary Skibidi Toilets, the first major serious threat to their peaceful world. This can be safely compared and directly paralleled with the so-called Telegram Mafia, which launched massive and organized copyright strikes against Dafooq's episodes, attempting to take away his rights to the content and effectively paralyze his creative work. This was the first serious threat to the existence of the entire project. Then, Astro Toilets unexpectedly appeared in the plot of the series, a fundamentally new, incredibly more dangerous and technologically advanced threat that almost completely destroyed and crushed the Alliance, bringing it to the brink of total and final defeat and extinction. And this is an absolutely direct, one-to-one parallel with the appearance of the Invis company in Dafooq's real life, which took almost complete control of his channel, his creativity, and the project itself, pushing the creator into the background. In the scene where the secret agent hands the device to Lucky Cameraman, he directly states that he cannot eliminate the leader himself. Moreover, we are talking about an enemy who, first of all, is located on the secret agent's own territory, and secondly, has stolen his technology. According to the plot, this dialogue refers to Skibidi the scientist. And here, perhaps, the most important question arises. Why can't Dafooq, a character who clearly has a huge amount of advanced technology, access to powerful devices, and a whole team of assistants, simply clear the territory and take back what rightfully belongs to him? Perhaps the secret agent deliberately did not reveal all his cards to Skibidi the scientist. Considering that G-Man and the secret agent are apparently still working together, direct intervention could backfire on him. If the scientist managed to survive or escape, he would have a chance to study the secret agent's technology, understand how it works, and thus become an unnecessary but extremely dangerous link in this story. And here we see a similar situation with Alexei and the company. If we change all the names, we get a similar situation where the company took over the lab and stole the secret agent's technology. If everything goes according to plan, Valve can essentially protect Skibidi Toilet from Invis because everything Invis uses belongs to Valve in the first place, since all the character models and the editing program as a whole belong to Valve. But now, let's talk honestly and frankly about what specifically led to this catastrophic situation, about the conflict that erupted between the brilliant creator of the legendary series and the company that loudly promised to help him develop it, but in the end only made things worse. For the few who, by some miracle, are not yet aware of all the details and specifics of the situation, let's quickly but thoroughly go over all the key critical moments of this drama. In 2024, under serious psychological pressure and constant threats, Dafooq signed an official contract with Invis, which promised to provide comprehensive assistance with the full development of the ambitious project. Effective protection against constant copyright strikes, successful expansion of presence on other media platforms, creation of high-quality computer games based on the series, and even the production of a big-budget Hollywood feature film. It all sounded incredibly tempting, ambitious, and promising, don't you agree? What independent creator would refuse such powerful corporate support? But the harsh reality turned out to be completely different, shattering all hopes and illusions. And here's where the most shocking part begins. Remember how I promised to tell you something at the beginning of the video? Well, recently, a person very close to Invisible Narratives decided to reveal the truth. This is a person who knows how the company really works from the inside. We cannot reveal this person's identity for their safety, but the information is verified and legitimate. Here's what he said, and it's mind-blowing. He said outright, "Invisible Narratives is really struggling right now. Their investors are unhappy." When asked if they still had investors, he replied, "Yes, they have a lot of investors, that's for sure." He then explained why the situation is so serious. Almost all of their revenue comes from Skibidi Toilet. The number of views is declining, with each new video getting fewer and fewer. They are not selling more products, they are selling less and less. And here's the most important and critical thing. Investors see revenue. They're panicking. They're not going to get their money back. Can you imagine? This whole huge company that tried to look successful and stable is actually hanging by a thread. All this means that Invis is not a big studio with lots of projects. Almost everything they have depends entirely on Skibidi Toilet. When views drop, when merchandise sales drop, when the community turns against them, investors notice immediately. And when investors see a drop in revenue, they panic and start demanding explanations. The source said outright that what the community is doing is working. It hits Invis's financial core. That's why they're so desperate to control the narrative, silence content creators, remove unwelcome videos, and pretend that everything is fine. And that's why they went after the Iron Cameraman for his video about Michael Bay's movie. If this project looks bad, what does that say about emergence and everything else they promise? That's why they're so quiet, so secretive, and so careful with every public word. They don't want to make their already disastrous situation worse. But investors don't live on words and promises. They live on cold, hard numbers. And the numbers speak for themselves mercilessly. The channel is dying, money is running out, salaries and expenses remain high, and without Dafooq, there is no real future or growth potential. Quietly removing Dafooq and pretending that he is just a producer doesn't work because the reality is too obvious to everyone. The only reason this situation continues to escalate is because the truth is irreparably damaging their business model. Now it becomes absolutely clear why they tried so aggressively to silence the Iron Cameraman. Why they delete critical videos, why they spread lies that Dafooq is just a producer. They are desperate, their financial model is collapsing, investors are demanding results, and the only person who can save the project is Dafooq, and he has been removed from management. And this is where the most important part begins. A real campaign to support Dafooq is unfolding around the world. #BringBoomBack has taken over social media. Under each post, there are hundreds and thousands of comments calling for help for Dafooq and for him to regain control of his creation. What's more, Dafooq has signed up with Valve, the creators of Source Filmmaker, the legendary program he uses to create his revolutionary series. And this is definitely not a coincidence or a mere coincidence. Valve is well aware of the situation, and it is possible that they may offer real help and support. After all, Dafooq is a true living legend of SFM, a man who has demonstrated the incredible capabilities of the program. In previous videos, we discussed possible options for regaining copyright, and I think Dafooq Boom has chosen a few options. The first option is to ask Valve for help, because Skibidi Toilet essentially belongs to Valve in the first place, from the character models to the animation software. The second option is the most difficult, to ask professional lawyers for help, but you need to consider all the risks and financial barriers. Overall, there is a separate video about this on the channel, which you can watch. There is also some extremely interesting information about a secret folder codenamed Invis files, which, according to numerous rumors from reliable sources, contains compromising evidence against Invis. It is highly likely that these files contain evidence related either to contracts or to the Invis company itself, which could be used in the future to hold them accountable. In any case, there is a feeling that justice will finally prevail soon. The whole puzzle is gradually coming together. The strange man next to the secret agent shaking his hand could signify some kind of agreement. The subscription to the large company Valve Corporation and the Keep Fighting account hints that Valve may be helping Dafooq. Equally interesting is the Invis Files folder, which apparently contains a huge amount of material and secrets related to the Invis company. And this is only a small part of what we have managed to obtain from the latest leaks. Evan Purr, a close friend and ally of Dafooq, has repeatedly stated publicly in his posts that they have serious material that could hold the company legally accountable and reveal the whole truth. There has also been some extremely interesting information about a secret folder codenamed Invis Files, which, according to numerous rumors from reliable sources, contains compromising evidence against Invis. Evan Purr, a close friend and ally of Dafooq, has repeatedly stated publicly in his posts that they have serious material that could hold the company legally accountable and reveal the whole truth. The situation is developing rapidly. On the one hand, the company is in a panic, investors are demanding results, and finances are collapsing. On the other hand, millions of viewers are uniting to give Dafooq back control of his creation. Community support, possible help from Valve, compromising material against Invis, all of this creates a perfect storm that could change everything. So keep actively spreading #BringBoomBack across all social media, follow the news, and don't be silent. Every comment you make, every post you share, every action you take is a real contribution to the fight for justice. Things will change soon. I sincerely believe and feel this. Well, as always, this is Super Cameraman signing off. Good luck to everyone, bye for now, and remember, together we are strong.